I first heard about ESF when I started my graduate studies in urban forestry, because ESF actually has a really long history in the field of urban forestry. So I had actually heard about it just because of the field I was in. It's like a very well-known school. So when I had the opportunity to interview, I knew that I was getting into basically like a tradition. It was really exciting. Part of the appeal of applying to work here was seeing myself as a part of like a long legacy of folks who have been in the urban forestry and arboriculture field. I am a professor of arboriculture and urban forestry, and basically what that means is I study and teach people how to tend to trees that are in the built environment. Trees that are in and around people. Any human-dominated ecosystem like a city or a suburb where there are trees and there are people, that's what I study. I teach urban forestry in the fall, and that class is focused mainly on the management of full forest systems in urban environments. And so we study everything from the human dimension, so the social side of things, why trees are important to people, how we manage trees in and around people to maximize those benefits. We also cover things like urban tree diversity, tree species selection, how to plant and care for trees long-term, as well as how to map and assess and inventory the urban forest. So it's like a really diverse class. And I try to get the students out as much as possible. So we partner with the city of Syracuse and Onondaga Earth Corps to do tree plantings. That class in particular, there seems to be something for everyone. I've had students in that class who came from landscape architecture, natural resources, environmental studies, and they all seem to find something to latch onto. In the spring, so what I'm teaching now is arboriculture, and so that is more directed the hands-on care of individual trees. This covers everything from basic tree biology to soil and water management, planting trees, pruning trees, and then we end up talking some about tree safety and tree climbing. It's like very hands-on. So this one is more for students who want to do some sort of like horticulture or applied tree care. They want to hold saws. You come to this class if you want to hold saws. Right now, I am looking at urban tree mortality data. So this is to better understand what factors are associated with urban tree growth and longevity. And the idea is if we can pinpoint why trees are living longer over here versus over here, is it because of the site itself? Is it because of management, et cetera? Those findings can then inform management practices. I'm also doing some work with the U.S. Forest Service, Morton Arboretum, and several other partners to basically overhaul the national nursery database for trees. This is an effort to essentially do a better job of linking folks who purchase trees, particularly for urban use, to link them to the nursery growers, because there's a huge disconnect between the folks who are growing out the trees and then the people who ultimately buy them. So yeah, I'm working on this huge national project to overhaul this database and online platform to better connect urban forest practitioners and tree planters with those growers. I would say that the students at ESF are very tight-knit. They're very practical, but they're also not afraid to ask really meaningful questions. Even though the students here, are coming with a very focused path in mind, most of them know kind of what field they want to go into, or at least vaguely what career path they want to follow. They also are willing to explore some of these kind of deeper, more philosophical questions in an effort to try to figure out how to build the future we want. To have students kind of bring in that imaginative side of things and to ask some of these harder questions and think big, that's really important. It's actually, I would argue, just as practical as coming in and trying to just learn the status quo, because that's ultimately what's going to help us make real life changes. It's a really rare opportunity, not only for students, but for professors. It's kind of paradise. Yeah.